position.
The flag is up, 18 of them on the approach. Final race of the Randox Grand National Festival, and they're off in the Weatherbys National Hunt Stallions.co.uk Standard Open National Hunt Flat Race. Grade 2, and well to the fore early is Castle Ivers, but could do with some cover, is running quite keen under Sean Bowen. Sorcerer is up there, so too is Good and Clever, and Electric Mason is also showing prominently in the early stages. Widest of all is Leach, and on the inside of the course is Wellington Arch. Wellington Arch goes on to Castle Ivers, and Good and Clever in company with Electric Mason and Leach. Sorcerer, Mr. Megget, the favourite, is in behind. The Hemmings Racing Silk, Tripoli Flyer on the inside of the course. Paddy Brennan sitting in midfield, just in behind Marchand 2. The red sleeves and cap. Towards the rear end of the field early on is Small Town Hero, in company with Mally Cash and Got a Dream in the maroon, and Tom Donafon. Val Grand is just worse than in the middle of the pack. Step Out is towards the rear with I'm a Lumberjack, and the back two, Horaces Pearl, and sitting in last is No Questions Asked in the dark blue, written with great restraint by Ben Jones, as it is Wellington Arch and Richie McLernan leading the way to Good and Clever in second. Castle Ivers, Marchand 2 being followed by Tripoli Flyer. To the outside is Electric Mason of Sorcerer. Leach, Got a Dream is wider still. And just shuffled back a little bit there, Small Town Hero. That's the rules debutant, has won a point to point. One circuit left to go. Step Out, I'm a Lumberjack, Horace's Pearl, and No Questions Asked the back few here, as it is Wellington Arch that leads the bumper field. 2, Good and Clever in second. Electric Mason is on the outside of Marchand 2, and then Castle Ivers looking to cap a memorable day for Ollie Murphy. The red cap next, white and green colours. Tripoli Flyer is next in the field. Mally Cash is out wider. The pink and white, wider still, is Got a Dream. Got a Dream ahead of Tom Donafon. Mr. Megget is still in about 9th place or so, in company with Tripoli Flyer, the blue and yellow on the inside. Val Grand is next with Step Out. Leach has drifted back a little bit, but is still ahead of Small Town Hero, I'm a Lumberjack, No Questions Asked, and Horace's Pearl. So heading to the midway point in the back straight here, and it is still Wellington Arch just in front of Good and Clever and Electric Mason, the best turned out winner. Marchand to the inside, closest to the inside, that is Paddy Brennan on board at Tripoli Flyer. Ahead of, in the double green, Step Out. Wide still is Got a Dream of Mally Cash. Sorcerer just in behind the leaders with Castle Ivers, and they are tracked by John O'Neill Jr. on the unbeaten Mr. Megget. Val Grand and Harry Skelton next with Tom Donafon and Leach, running quite keenly but making progress around the outside. The orange cap having been in rear early is No Questions Asked, as it is still Wellington Arch. They're about to go through their starting point. The Weatherbys National Hunt Stallions.co.uk bumper. Wellington Arch now being pressed by Good and Clever. Electric Mason, the predominantly yellow, towards the outside with Got a Dream. Tripoli Flyer is now off the inner and is poised in behind with Castle Ivers. Marchand 2 getting a flick down the shoulder. Got a Dream out wide. Mr. Megget, Val Grand is through. Oh, Mr. Megget stumbled there, was hampered, caught on heels and buffeted about, and was mission impossible from there, you'd think, as they turn into the home straight. And it is Good and Clever pressing and taking over from Wellington Arch. Here's Tripoli Flyer coming there, running away under Paddy Brennan, and looking very confident indeed. Still a fair way to go. Val Grand is making a run on the inside. They're being followed by No Questions Asked, who was at the back in the early stages, and Sorcerer running on it. Horace's Pearl down the outside as they head inside their final 2 furlongs, but Paddy Brennan takes a look under an arm on Tripoli Flyer. Has the advantage here to Good and Clever. Val Grand, No Questions Asked. Horace's Pearl is chasing Sorcerer, then Got a Dream and Electric Mason, but Tripoli Flyer has the advantage here, is still being chased by Good and Clever. Horace's Pearl, his stablemate, is emerging as a late threat. It's Tripoli Flyer and Paddy Brennan, chased by Horace's Pearl, and Horace's Pearl is getting up to deny Tripoli Flyer, and Horace's Pearl and Connor Brace have won, leading home a 1-2 for Fergal O'Brien. Tripoli Flyer second, Good and Clever next, ahead of Sorcerer, Val Grand, No Questions Asked, and Got a Dream.
Well, Fergal O'Brien has trained the first 2 home in the concluding race at the Randox Grand National Festival. Horace's Pearl and Connor Brace getting the better of the Better Fancy stable companion, Tripoli Flyer, who looked all over the winner for much of the straight. Good and Clever it is that has run through for an excellent third for Warren Greatrex and James Bowen. But it is Horaces Pearl in the colours of Matt and Sally Burford who has won this off a layoff of 154 days. The son of authorised Grand National winning sire remains unbeaten. Let's join Tom.
Fergal O'Brien's here, 1-2. Goodness me, what do you make of that?
I'm actually shocked. I was screaming Paddy home, and so was my daughter Daisy. It's her birthday today and Paddy's birthday. I thought that was it for, it was a great ride for Paddy. And I turned to Daisy and I said, what's beat us? She said, it's Horaces Pearl or other one. So anyway, no, I'm just delighted to get a winner. And it's been a tough festival, Aintree and stuff, and that's delighted with that.
Yeah, and listen, we were screaming for on a personal level,
we
Paddy, as well, weren't we?
Absolutely screaming for Paddy. We thought Paddy had
He looked
very confident going the whole way around. I thought Paddy had a beautiful position, beautiful ride down the inner saving ground, and I love what Paddy does best. He slips in and out, he goes through the wings, he comes into the fresher ground, comes back in again. I was absolutely roaring Paddy on, but anyway, congratulations. Conor Brace is a great rider coming forward for the future.
Did you feel there was a bit between them coming into it or not?
No, not really. I said someone asked me today, I thought on the ground that Horace would handle it better. He's won one of these two bumpers on soft ground. Fair play to Jason McGuire, who bought this horse as a 2-year-old, so and sold it to Matt and Sally Burford. So they've been great supporters with me. They had pointers with me, and Shelton Lavage was the first horse they had. They've been fantastic, and I say thanks to Jason McGuire as well.
And Tripoli didn't half travel into the race. I know he's just been nabbed late on, but he tanked through the race like a good horse.
Yeah, I'm going to have one happy owner, one sad owner, but anyway, we'll see. We'll take it today.
Listen, the first thing that Paddy and Conor did was we reach out and hold each other hands. I know it's not been the easiest time of it for the team the last couple of weeks for obvious reasons, but you are a team and a united one.
Yeah, I know, it's great, and it's great for Conor as well. He's a big part of it, and it's he turns up in the day. Look, the one thing Conor Brace does is he comes in, he does his job and goes home again. So, and that's all we ask him. And he's a great team player. Yeah.
No mean feat having the first two home in this bumper.
No, it's a good bumper. It's always deep enough. Yeah. So
it's a super bumper. You just see the strength and depth in the race. I mean, there's some beautiful horses there going around the pre-braid ring, coming down, and it was a true run race. The cream came to the top, and it was a great race.
Thanks very much. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Fergal.
Congratulations to Fergal O'Brien. A notable result for him here with the first